All right, here we are again. Got some hurricane stuff going on, tropical storm stuff, which means the river's gonna come up, which means the flatheads are gonna bite, which means I need big bait. So we're fishing for bait today. Got all my food plots in, all my box stands moved, everything ready to go for deer season. Too damn hot for me to go climb in a bow stand and try and kill a deer. So I'd rather sit on the river and catch fish. A lot of small bluegill today, but I'm not after the small ones. I want big ass bait or big ass fish. Caught a bowfin and a largemouth bass on one cast. The bass bit first, I was bringing him in, and then that bowfin literally came right up here and hit one of these little sabiki hooks while that bass was swimming around, making them look like little injured minnows. That bass hooked the brother up. I got a couple of them now. Lost the big one and caught the little one. How it always goes. Still a good bait, but man, I don't want that. Because you catch little fish with little bait. I'm not at all wanting to catch a little fish. I don't eat them. I'm not after numbers. I've already caught a shitload of catfish this summer. But I want giants. And our river has been low, like major drought for, I don't know, month and a half. Since June. Yeah. Jeez, June. No, August. Early August. Early August. Which means, from my experience, every time this happens, where it's a drought, and then we get a ton of rain that brings that river up, when that river starts coming up, the huge flatheads start biting, and I catch giants. I think the last time I caught the beginning of a flood with the right bait, I caught 7 flatheads in one spot from the bank. Couple of, geez, what did I catch? 37 pounder, 43 pounder, no, 37, 46, and like 54. Crazy shit. So I'm prepping for that. And if we're gonna get the rain, there's no doubt. But if we don't, then all these fish are just gonna go into my pond. Just let them go in my pond. Somebody needs to rotate their tires. I don't want to be the one to tell you that, buddy, but you definitely need to rotate those. I don't know what just hit, but he hit and jumped out of the water, and it was a bigger fish, like a big old bluegill or something. That's a good one. That's a good one. A lot of little snags in there, so I got to reel these things in fast, or they get snagged up. Hell yeah, that's a really good one. Hell yeah. Best things I ever bought right there. Gets the hook out of anything. Big, little, doesn't matter. They can swallow it all the way down, and I'll still get it out with those right there. Man, I'm glad I brought this big ass live well, but I'm gonna have to flip-flop my bait out of the big live well, all my minnows, and put my bigger fish in that big live well. Because I am not done fishing. I've got a lot of bait to catch, and I plan on spending several hours fishing this morning. I'd like to catch about 6 or 8 big old baits. I've only got 2. But I also have about 8 different ponds I'm gonna fish. Fish on, Larry. Creeks, ponds, sloughs, whatever you wanna call them. Too small, y'all. So I gotta switch these baits out now before anything dies. I don't think they're gonna die, but just in case. Way too good of baits to have anything die on me. Something told me to bring 2 live wells this morning, and by golly, I definitely need them. So bait. take this off and show you my bait. This is all my bait. That's all my live bait for today. Same ones I caught yesterday. Bluegill, catfish, crawdads, drum, a little bit of everything. So we're gonna flip them out of this big one, put them in this little one that has, oh shit, it's got some meat in it, baby. Man, that bowfin is gonna catch me a monster flathead tomorrow, when the river floods. All right, so. All right, we're back. A little bit of a issue with the whole live well thing. I didn't plan on catching that big of baits, but at least I brought the right gear for it. I just had the wrong baits in the wrong live wells. Watch, they jump every time I cast back there. See, right next to it, something jumped. So there's a bunch of fish hiding back along that tree, that bank, along that big old dead tree or snag. Yeah, something biting. Little one. Little bigger sabiki rigs today. I was using these down on the Topsail Beach, fish on this last weekend, to catch some bigger baits for shark fishing. And they're actually working really good. I'm not catching as many tiny bluegill today. Really good ones. Good bait size. And that's the other thing with the smaller hooks, they tend to pull out of a bigger fish's mouth a lot easier, because all it's really getting is a little bit of the skin on the inside of their mouth. That tiny hook doesn't actually dig into the jawbone. So I've noticed, like those two I just caught, if I was using a size 8 sabiki hook or rig like I normally do, I'd have lost both of those. But I noticed the bass was caught right through his top, I guess, jawbone, and that bowfin, the big hook, or the hook broke off in his jawbone. A couple catfish at home I'm gonna try. A couple in my fish tank in my house, bullheads that I've been raising for a long time. Hell, one of them's almost 2 years old. He's gonna be bait. But I also, my buddy Travis Strickland caught me a little, about 6-inch flathead that I've been trying to get one for almost 3 years. I've had a fish tank with all these different baits I catch, just so I can watch them feed and learn things about them. Well, I've wanted a flathead and haven't been able to get one that small. Travis caught me one, and I put it in my live well, my fish tank at home. He's doing good so far. He just hides. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Man, I am kicking ass this morning. I had a very, very low success plans for this morning. I did not think that I was going to have this much luck with bait. I figured everybody would have fished this thing out by now, but not the case at all. Not the case at all. Dre makes the beat so funky. Do the 08, fuck the brass monkey. Singing Easy on the break. Ooh, that was perfect. Man, if I'm catching this kind of bait here, I can't wait to get to my next spot. It's always a sexy bitch. Something biting. I'm gonna give this 5 more casts, or when my worms are gone, whichever comes first. Some little ones biting. Using red worms this morning instead of wax worms. I didn't think to thaw any out last night, and I didn't want to mess with it. So, oh, these red worms are working really good though. Jeez, I caught some great baits so far. Really thrilled with that. Oh, that was beautiful. The big fish jumped right next to it. Probably a bass. Who wants to watch me turn this bluegill into a 3-pound largemouth bass for flathead bait? I'm gonna do it. Doing it. Told you I was gonna turn that into a largemouth bass. I got 2 of them. One bowfin. I want a both. Big old flathead, largemouth and a bowfin. Man, that's a good bowfin too. That's a good bait size. Bass, bowfin, flatty bait. Hey, oh yeah. Yeah.